Howdy folks, today we're taking a look at one of my favorite Lego sets from when I was a kid. And to be honest, it's still one of my favorites today. Now, is this the greatest Lego set of all time? Well, we'll answer that question as we take a detailed look at set number 6755, Sheriff's Lockup from the Wild West theme. And as we always do on this channel, we will break this set apart and rebuild some of the alternate models that you can find on the back of the box. And stay tuned towards the end because I want to show you a sneak peek of a remake or a modern version of Sheriff's Lockup that I'm working on right now. So, let's get into it. Alright, when people talk about the best Lego sets of all time, they often talk about four things: the minifigures, the build experience, the aesthetic or how the model looks, and of course the playability or the play features, because again, Lego is a toy. So we're going to look at all four of those things. I may even add one of my own actually to the end, but we will start off by looking at the minifigures. So first up, we have Sheriff Wild Wyatt. He's an awesome minifigure. I love his dark gray coat and the gold metallic sheriff badge. His face is the classic pirate face, at least that they use in the pirate theme. And one of my favorite things about the sheriff is that his light gray cowboy hat actually has a printed metallic star on it. So yeah, they're going all out for Sheriff Wild Wyatt. He's the first of two good guys in this set. The next one is Deputy Dan. At least that's how I knew him as. Again, I love the printing. It's so clear. The red and yellow on top of the brown. Like that's such good quality. His face is the kind of the classic Ice Planet figure, so that's kind of cool. He has a white cowboy hat and comes with a rifle. Next up, we'll move towards the bad guys, and this is the ringleader of the bandits. This is Flatfoot Thompson. Again, I love the name, love everything about him. He comes with a revolver as well as a printed 1x2 tile dynamite stick, which we'll talk about here in a little bit later. But yeah, he's just an awesome figure. I love the belt and the extra kind of rounds of ammunition he has, the suspenders, even a little bit of chest hair kind of popping through. And then for the Western theme, this is actually the first theme that Lego kind of went away from the classic smiley face on their Lego head. So obviously this is not a smiley face. He looks pretty evil. And so yeah, I think he's a great figure. And of course he has to wear his hat sideways because, you know, he's a bandit. So that's just how Flatfoot Thompson rolls, I guess. And last but not least, this is Dewey Cheatham. Yes, that's his name, Dewey Cheatham. I love his green coat with the printed card suits, on his vest. Yeah, he looks like a mean guy. He has a metallic gold tooth and the evil mustache and eyes kind of going on. And then the top hat obviously kind of finishes him off as a pretty classy but obviously evil bandit. And then also this set comes with a classic white horse with a brown saddle. So yeah, this is the type of horse that there's articulation here at the neck but nowhere else. But yeah, I love this type of horse. Now, to talk about the building experience, I thought we would look at the original instruction manual. Now, again, this came from 1996, so you can kind of see, again, it's tattered, but it looks pretty good, I think, for its age. And as you can kind of see, there's a lot of similarities to modern instruction manuals today, but also a lot of differences, including the kind of the color background. One other big difference that I noticed is that each step doesn't have like a little box that says what pieces need to are involved in that step. And so really what you have to do is you kind of look at this step and you kind of see which pieces are not on this step, and then make sure that you actually get the right pieces and put them in the right places. So that can be a little bit challenging if you are not kind of used to those kind of vintage builds. But again, this is a pretty simple and straightforward build. One thing I did want to highlight though is the last step of the page. You'll actually see there's two pieces with one sticker across it. So yeah, a lot of, thankfully Lego doesn't do this anymore, but they used to, where again, this is 1x10 gray bricks put together, and then you put one big sticker across. Thankfully mine is in pretty good shape because I never tried to take it off or peel it off or use these pieces for something else. But again, if I ever wanted to use these pieces for something else, which actually I'll talk about here soon when we look at some alternate builds, well, you can't because there's one big sticker on it. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up, especially if you are interested in buying a used copy of Sheriff's Lockup. Just maybe make sure that the sticker elements are in pretty decent shape if you care about that. Now, when we're talking just the looks of this model, I think the simplicity and the period accuracy of this just really draws you in. I mean, even as you're kind of walking up these steps to this kind of raised, building area, you have a printed 1x2 tile that's a wanted sign. It says Flatfoot Thompson for bank robbery, dead or alive. Reward is $500. So anyway, that's a pretty cool piece right there. I love this kind of porch area. Maybe it would have been cool if there was a rocking chair for the sheriff to sit in, but yeah, it's pretty cool. You have these stickers, that says sheriff. They just go on the windows. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I do love this. These gigantic barrels that came with this theme that you could put a whole minifigure to hide in. Here's the jail cell over here, which again we'll talk about why it's so large, but I do love that there's like a little spot up here for like a sentry or someone to guard the jail cell, so that's pretty cool. This is what the back of the sheriff's office looks like. So again, there is no back for it. It's just kind of the open play style. There is a safe over here, but you'll notice it is empty, and that is because the sheriff hides his money in a secret place under his desk. So that's pretty cool. He does have a card. This is a printed 1x2 tile with a honestly a really great hand for poker. So yeah, I wish I could get some of that someday, but I don't. Yeah, what I do love, again, the sheriff doesn't have a rocking chair in the front, but he does have a chair that kind of leans backwards. So in a sense, he can kind of put his feet up on the desk, which I think is pretty great. There's a lot of space up on the roof, playable space that you can use for like shootouts and things like that. The awnings do kind of go up and down, so you can play with that if you want to. But yeah, overall, I mean, the set it looks really great, and there's a lot of playable space, as you can kind of see. I mean, there's a substantial build, but there's a lot of empty space to play. Now, speaking of play, this is the part that I've been really looking forward to. I think that this Lego set has the best play feature of all time in any Lego set. And so, as you can kind of see, Dewey Cheatham is right here. He is in jail, and we are going to bust him out. And how are we going to bust him out? Well, remember that piece of dynamite that Flatfoot Thompson had? We're going to quietly sneak this piece of dynamite and slide it right into this little hole. And then you'll notice once you push this in, boom! Oh my goodness, it really shoots it. I think it just broke all over my floor. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. Yes, this little door thing or wall definitely broke all over the place, so I just quick fixed it. I set it right here. Now, how this play function works, it's so simple, but it's awesome. It's this little spring piece that's inside, and so basically it just kind of slides in right down here. And then when you stick a tile or something underneath here, it pops it open just like that, and sends this door flying. And by flying, I mean like flying. Like, watch this. We'll have it come right towards the camera, and you'll see. I mean, this thing just blows. And there it broke again. All right. Well, anyway, I love this play feature, and I remember playing with this for hours when I was a kid, and here I am as an adult, and I'm still playing with it. All right, now the last thing I want to take a look at is the back of the box of this Lego set. Now, back in the day, Lego often would have these alternate models on the back of the box just as inspiration of things that you could build using the pieces from this set. And so this is what the back of the box looks like, and we are going to try to again, break apart our actual Lego set and try to rebuild these alternate models. All right, here is the first alternate build, and I believe that this is some kind of like abandoned stable and house type thing that the bad guys have taken over. So they've kind of made their camp here. You can see some bunkers, places to hide. They're safe, just sitting out in the open. And then you have the two good guys sneaking up on them. One difference that you can see from this build and the one on the back of the box is that, well, because of this piece with the stickers, I can't remove these two pieces. So this is going to look a little bit different than the picture on the back of the box. This is what the backside or the interior looks like. Not a whole lot of detail. Part of that's just because there's not a whole lot of extra pieces to work with. One thing though I did add, just this kind of fun play element, is if you remove this rock, there's actually a space where the bad guys can hide their coins. So that way they don't have to keep it in the safe, which is, again, right out in the open. So yeah, this is a pretty cool little building and a pretty fun little build. And here's the second alternate build. I just gotta say up front, this one is not my favorite. Part of it has to do with maybe the size, where it only takes up like half of the base plate and it's all the way over on this side. I guess I could have built it over there, but yeah, let me just take off the minifigures just so you can kind of see it a little bit better. I think this is supposed to be like a sheriff's office and jail put together. And by office though, I mean more like a closet. You'll see that in a second. But yeah, one bummer is that this jail door does not open all the way because of this awning thing up here. So that's kind of a bummer. Up here, once again, this looks a little bit different because they wanted me to split this into two pieces. But once again, this is one big sticker on the two pieces, so I can't do that. Coming around this side, this tree, again, very creative, but it does kind of make me laugh a little bit. And then this is the office or the closet. There's like only 4x5 studs in there of space, so that's kind of a bummer. Coming around the back, this is where I kind of use a little bit more of my creative, juices. I built this kind of ramp and porch area. I doubt it's on the actual model from the back of the box, but I also built this like little secret compartment up on the roof that has, they can hide their coins and weapons and things like that, just for fun, because again, Lego is fun and it's fun to be able to create and use your imagination. One thing I do like is this barrel, probably used to catch rainwater that you can reuse, so I do kind of like that detail. But other than the challenge of trying to build this based off of a picture, yeah, this is not really my favorite. And this is the third and final alternate build of Sheriff's Lockup, and actually I really like the look of this. I like how the L-shaped building structure kind of takes up a big chunk of the footprint of here, and yeah, so you can see there's a door, steps to get up to the door into the office. You got your wanted sign up there. You got the awning, and jail will come back over here. On the inside, it's very bare, very, very bare. I actually used up all of the pieces from this set in this alternate build, which made me actually realize like there's not really that many pieces in this set. So yeah, I had to kind of get creative to make sure that this jail cell is actually blocked off so no one can get out of the jail, as well as kind of some of the pieces up here. As you can kind of see, it's not super polished, but that's okay. I really like this walkway up to this kind of sentry tower above the jail cell. I think that's pretty cool. This wall does not blow up with dynamite, unfortunately, but again, it still is. It's pretty sturdy right there. The door opens, and the jail cell is actually quite a bit larger. I like that the sheriff or a deputy can kind of be sitting out on a rocking chair out here. So yeah, overall, I really like this build, and if it weren't for some of the unpolished pieces in it, I actually think this could be an actual Lego set. All right, so is Sheriff's Lockup the perfect Lego set? I mean, like, is anything actually perfect in life? Because this set is perfect. Now, I'm just kidding. I'm sure everyone has their own idea of what the perfect Lego set is. And I would love to hear about it in the comments, because I love hearing about people's love for Lego and why certain sets mean so much, why they're so great to them. But to me, this is the perfect Lego set. So what do you do with a perfect Lego set? Well, you build it, you play with it, you break it apart and rebuild some new creations on your own. And then in my case, well, you build a remastered or a modern remake of your favorite Lego set. And so it's not finished yet, okay? I feel like I still have to do some details and stuff, but this is what it looks like right now. As you can kind of tell, there's some similarities. There's also quite a bit of difference, but there's a lot of callbacks to the original Sheriff's Lockup set. And so I'm really excited about it. I'm hoping to finish it here soon and maybe have it show up in a future video here soon. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. And if Sheriff's Lockup means as much to you as it does to me, or if there's another Lego set that you think is just perfect, please let me know in the comment section so I can check it out too. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, happy building.